Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited
Well,
now that finally, the Rams' offensive line, it's taken care of. I really think they are good at offensive line. They could get another guy for depth. I think getting a guy like Blaze Andrews later on in the draft would make a lot of sense. Maybe
yeah.
Vidarian Lowe to add some depth to tackle.
Hmm.
But aside from that, I mean, I think they're really looking good on the offensive line. And you have to feel good if you're a Rams fan tonight. You wait, you sit there, and they go and they want to add more protection for Stafford, help the run game that they were 24th in the league in rushing. That's just not going to cut it. You may win a Super Bowl, last year with that, but you want to get better in that aspect. And
Right.
so I think this helps in that regard. Um,
Well, let's then
yeah.
let's that brings us into what do we think for tomorrow?
Yes.
And
So,
so just to give a quick, and we don't have to go over every pick, but like I think everyone's now wondering what's in the next round. Because a guy like Kobe Bryant that people really wanted, some people really wanted a punter.
yeah.
Um, I don't know that we will be taking one in the fourth round. Um, but theoretically, Jake, what do you think we do in the next round tomorrow? That's because that's the next. To me, in the draft, there's the first round, and then in the second round, there's the third and the fourth, and then fifth, sixth, and seventh all kind of blend together. So I think tomorrow is you're left with a really good pool in the fourth round. So I think it's a very important pick for the Rams, and I feel that we have to go corner. I think that's what we got to do, or a really good running back like Kyron Williams. That's
So, yeah, I'm thinking it's tough, right? Because they don't pick until late fourth, since they traded their fourth round pick for Sony Michelle. Um, I believe it was Sony Michelle, or was it? I think it was the Ramsey trade. Actually,
Wait, which one? Which one are you talking about?
they traded their actual fourth round pick, so they're getting a compensatory fourth round pick, and they pick at
Yeah,
142.
I think it was Sony Michelle.
Um, yeah. So I guess because of that, I kind of at 142, I could see them going.
I need to look at my thing and see.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's gonna be Dominique Robinson. I think they're gonna go offensive or outside linebacker.
I think they're going corner.
I think if they really wanted a corner, I think they would have taken one at
Well,
that pick.
I think corners are falling. Like, what about Monteric Brown out of Arkansas?
I mean, I'd love to get him later on.
Jalen Armour Davis
Yeah,
out of Alabama.
I think
He,
Josh Thompson fits what they look for in a corner.
yeah.
I think Joshua Williams out of Fayetteville State. He's intriguing. He's somebody I could see them going after. D2 guy, had a really good Senior Bowl. Damari Mathis out of Pittsburgh. There's
Darian, Georgia.
there's still guys. Kendrick didn't test super well, so I don't know. They typically like, really
No,
athletic
I
corners.
know, but I still think that he's better than some of the other guys.
Um
But I'm just saying that I think that unless there's like a mad rush on corners in the beginning of the fourth, which I
yeah.
don't think because I feel like there kind of already was there already were a lot of corners taken. I feel so. I feel like the Rams will have kind of a good pool of corners. I think. No, I could be wrong. They could all go at the beginning of the fourth, and then the Rams.
Yeah, it looks that way now. I guess we'll see. I think the good thing is you have guys that felt that probably could have gone. I mean, I'm surprised as hell that Calvin Austin is still there, and Perion Winfrey, and
I
Tariq
know.
Woolen, and
Wow.
Falele. McCollum is still there. Spiller. I think those guys are going off the board. I think the Rams probably missed the boat on Zion McCollum, which is a bummer.
Probably, yeah, all those guys will go in the beginning of the fourth. What about Kyron?
Kyron Williams.
I don't care what anybody says. You want to talk about numbers? I literally don't care.
Well, he's ahead of the guys I listed as far as running back. Like, he's ahead of Spiller for me. I'm just going off of what ESPN has right now. I'm not going off my board.
I know, but like Kyron Williams is my running back number 1. He's your running back number 4. I mean, I feel that he is so much better than some of the LSU running back. I didn't think would get drafted, and yet he went in the 3rd, but he went to San Francisco. Thank God.
Yeah. I can't believe we have 258 people in here right now.
Guys, thank you so much. I hope everyone's having a good Friday night and is being safe.
Oh, and shout out to Aaron Jones. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a silver member on my channel.
Ooh, Dingus pointed out a good point. Pierre Strong Jr. tomorrow. Would love that.
I can't believe he fell.
I kind of feel like he's very underappreciated because he went to South State.
I thought we were over that though. Like we're still.
I thought we are, but we're not. And I feel like, listen, they drafted the LSU guy. Pierre Strong blows him out of the water. Let him fall. Let Pierre Strong or Kyron Williams follow the Rams, please. Sleep on the running back class. A lot of Rams fans in the chat, I know, don't want us to take a running back. But guys, I'm telling you, we need a running. They're like, we don't need a running back. We need a running back. Okay. Sony Michel is currently a free agent. Daryl Henderson is like kind of on thin ice right now. Then we got Cam Akers. Amazing. Great. And then who? I mean, Raymond Calais.
Yeah, I definitely want a running back.
Yeah, we need just to spice it up a little. I'm not saying we have to take one in the 4th. I think there's a lot of guys in the 4th that we could take that would be contributors right away, like a passing running back or catching, running back, like Kyron Williams, like Pierre Strong Jr. I've seen both of those guys make amazing like star wide receiver plays on more than one occasion. And so I would be very interested in the Rams to take one of those guys.
Yeah, I mean their next pick, late 4th. Then they have, a 5th, later 5th, of course, and then they have 3 6ths and 2 7ths. So, I think that they could come away with a pretty good class, and I wouldn't be surprised if they have a guy that they really like in round 4, because, it's confirmed. Logan Bruss was top their board. They got the guy they wanted at 104. So, if a guy is in that position where they have this top guy and they're like, all right, he's top on our board right now, and he's not going to make it to, our 37th pick in the 4th round, then they might trade up. They got 3 6-rounders to do it. They got, I think, a couple players that could be options.
So, okay, but here's the thing. How far in the 4th do you think they're willing to trade up? Because to me, if you're at the end of the 4th and there's a guy that you want and you're a couple picks into the 4th, 4 picks in, 5 picks, you're like, I got to trade up. They're going to have to give up their 5th too. So they're going to have to trade up in the 4th and then completely get rid of their 5th round pick.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
it
depends on for who.
But I don't think they'd give up their 5th round pick. I think they'd probably package two of the 3 6ths, maybe a next year's pick.
I don't think they need to trade up though.
It's only if like a guy that they fall in love with is there.
It's possible.
So per McVay, Bruss will come in and immediately compete at right guard. I think that's code for saying he is our starter at right guard. We just haven't seen him yet in the building. Les Sneed says this pick was definitely a clear cut, one of the players we knew we would take at 104. Yeah, I like I said, I think if Les Sneed's calling it clear cut, they had a couple calls to move back. I think I get it. I'm not going to fault them for not trading down. If he's atop your board, you're silly for trading down, in my opinion. If you think he could get snagged, you go ahead, you make that pick on day 2. Makes sense. So, but
it'll be interesting. I really think they go corner. I really do. I really think that they take a corner in the in the fourth.
I mean,
could
I
be
could
wrong.
see them going corner. I think they would go outside linebacker first. And here's why. I was thinking about it. Think about this. Terrell Lewis, what to make of him? That knee has not worked out. So they might have to add a body just because of that. You know? If you really think about that, I mean, Terrell Lewis just hasn't worked out the way they wanted him to. The injuries. So, if you're sitting there and you're like, all right, well, who's available? Okay, outside linebacker. You have Amari Barno. You have Dominique Robinson. Jeffrey Gunter. Christopher Allen. Jesse Luketa is an interesting hybrid linebacker, outside linebacker. He could play edge, I think. He's really good against the run. I mean, he's absolutely relentless, but that's an intriguing one. Corner, Tariq Woolen is still there from UTSA, Zion McCollum from Sam Houston. And hey, Alexis, maybe that's enough for Zion to fall because he's from Sam Houston. Maybe that's enough. Maybe, not a huge college.
Very well could be the case. I don't know. It's really gonna depend, I think, on how the beginning of the fourth goes for the Rams. If they don't want to trade up and a ton of corners go, they could go linebacker. DeMarco Jackson would be great value. Let me pull back up my.
Joshua Williams at 6'3", 195 would be intriguing at corner. I don't know. Everyone throw in the chat, and this is how we'll wrap it up. Everyone throw in the chat the player that you want the Rams to pick at, I don't even remember the pick number.
In the fourth round. That's the easy.
At 142.
There you go. Who should the Rams take at 142 in the fourth round? Drop it in the chat. Drop it like it's hot.
Kobe Bryant, still hoping he falls. Keep it up. I like Aaron Hansford, Texas A&M. McCollum, Barno/Zion. Keep it going. Come on. Don't be shy. We have over 200 people in here. Kobe or Zion. A lot of Kobe, a lot of Zion. It's Barno. Kobe, Zion.
Hey, honestly, at this point, I'm not sure that there's a corner. Well, I take that back. I was going to say a corner that I wouldn't be okay with, but...
We got Josh Joby in the house. Calvin Austin. That's going to be tough, honestly. If he's there in the fourth round, they might just cut their losses and be like, Calvin Austin's a hell of a football player.
Aaron said, Alexis, any OBJ Twitter updates?
Zion.
Not that I've seen.
Best edge available, Jake Ferguson or Zion. Punt God. Who's that? Oh, Areza.
No news from Odell other than basically earlier he was saying that he wants to be in LA, but he just wants a fair deal.
We got Kyron Williams. We got Zamir White. Zion. Kyron. Jake Funk isn't exactly someone I see saving us if Akers is hurt, so probably choose a sturdy running back. Kyron's a sturdy running back.
Oh, yeah.
Sterling Weatherford. That is out there. I like Algier. He's a bowling ball. Best corner available, and safety, then O-line, OLB. Isaiah Spiller. I'm not going to lie. Isaiah Spiller would really be different than what is in their running back room. I wouldn't be against it. I like other guys more, but I wouldn't be against grabbing him.
Against who?
Isaiah Spiller.
Oh. Yeah, if he continues to fall.
That's what I mean. Like, he would have to continue. I wouldn't pick him, I wouldn't trade up to get him.
I wouldn't trade up for him.
Cade Otton. I know Blaine loves him.
I just don't think we're taking a tight end at all this draft. I really don't.
No, the LA Chargers did not draft Zion, no. The knock on Zion, he just needs a little bit more NFL refinement, level of competition. That's really the only knock on him that I've ever really noticed.
Man, Spiller fell.
Forgot about Spiller.
Kyron Williams. I knew Kyron would fall because of the. I just think it's so insane, guys like that falling when they're.
Stronger Algier.
Algier, I like. I'm lower on him though than everyone else.
Josh Joby. Heard that McCollum could be converted to safety. No, I think he's 100% a corner. But I mean, I wouldn't be against playing him at safety if you needed him to play safety for you. I just don't think the Rams would need him to.
Someone said
Damian Pierce.
Yeah.
Tyler Higbee and Kendall Blanton at tight ends.
That's what I'm saying. We have 4 tight ends right now. I don't think we need a draft.
No, I mean, if you wanted to get like, what's his name? Luke Kroll or whatever his name is.
Like, out of pick?
Yeah, like later on the draft. I'm talking like 7th round. I wouldn't be like opposed again, you know. But
if we taken care of like everything and then at the 7th, I wouldn't take him. But then if we were going to take a tight end, I'd be like, all right, fine. But
if we're going to take a tight end, I'd probably go with Armani Rogers, the quarterback converted to tight end from Ohio. Dominique Robinson is an interesting prospect. He is.
He sketches people out because he's so raw, but he has the potential. It's just kind of like a question mark.
Yeah, I mean, you go from quarterback to wide receiver to outside linebacker, and then they're like, yeah, NFL draft. Like, I mean, you know.
People are nervous.
Yeah, it's not a... Agree, Jake. At this point, Lewis is most likely a bust. I'm not saying he's a bust, but I'm saying he's starting to have those, you know, those scary waters. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think of Owazuriki if he's there in the 5th? I gotta look at my board, but I had a pretty decent grade on him, I think.
People on Twitter, and I know it's just funny that.
No, I didn't. I had like a 5th round grade on him. I'm not like super huge on him, but
people on Twitter are like, maybe we'll still go after Lecitus. I don't think we'll still go after Lecitus now that we've taken Logan.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I just don't think it's a team need, but you know, I do really like Lecitus. I think he could start wherever he goes. Well, I mean, if he gets drafted to a team, and I don't see him getting drafted late enough to where he's like taken for depth. It could happen. I think Lecitus will go tomorrow. Well, he'll obviously go tomorrow. I meant in the 4th round. I'm tired, guys.